when my mom told me that my cat died, I was in my bedroom and my friend from Connecticut was here, so thank God, because I really don't know what would have happened without her. I don't think I would have been able to get through it. The minute I found out that my cat died, I didn't want to be living here. I didn't want to be here on this earth. I wanted to be with her because, yes, I love my other pets just as much, and I would be very sad if they died, but I would not be this sad. She was the closest thing that I had to happiness during that time because of what people were doing to me. She was like the light of my life. She was literally the only thing that kept me going. She was the thing that kept me from not killing myself, because yes, I'm better now, but I was suicidal. I would say I wanted to die, I want to say, about almost every day. And she kept me awake, alive. And when she died, I was hysterical. I cried for about a good 2 hours, and I don't know how. It might have been an hour, actually, but it seemed like forever that I cried for her. I had my bed pulled out for my friend. So I was just like this on her bed, crying. And right now I'm like having trouble breathing, and that's how it was when I found out she died. I was having trouble breathing, and I don't know, I was just in this state where I was like, why her? Why did this have to happen to me? And I was screaming at my mom, even though she couldn't do anything. I was screaming at my mom, why her? I want her back. This can't be real. This isn't happening. Sorry, you guys. And so, my mom the other day was putting up stockings. I actually took them down so I could hang them up for you guys, so it looked like I was actually decorating that part of the house. But in reality, my mom hung the stockings first. And we've always had 3 stockings, even though we had 4 pets. We lost one of our pets' stockings a couple years ago. So to be honest, I really wouldn't have noticed, because it would have been like, oh, we lost my cat. There's only 3 stockings now, and now it makes sense. But I guess what really triggered the sadness lately is that my mom tried to hide my cat's stocking from me, because she didn't want to make me upset. But what made me realize that my cat was like actually gone, like now, because I don't want to forget her. I don't ever want to, but I don't want to be sad all the time and have these random points of sadness during my day where I feel like breaking down and crying and go crawling into a hole and die so I can be with her. And then she reminded me of her, and I'm not saying it's her fault, but I felt, I don't know, for me, I felt like she wanted to forget my cat, and she wanted to forget her memory, because it would make her sad too, because she loved her too. And that's what really triggered all of this, because it made me feel really upset that she wanted to forget, so I didn't have to be sad. And again, she was trying to look out for me, but it just made me even more sad. And so these past couple of weeks I've been really sad and not wanting to do things as much. So yeah, and when people make fun of me, going back to the original of why I was talking to you guys in the first place. I don't get it. Maybe it's just me, like I've said a million times, but seriously, maybe it is just me that when people do something that hurts my feelings, maybe it makes me think of other sad things that have occurred in my life. Like my cat dying. And I don't know. So it's been really hard. So I really want to do Vlogmas for you guys, and I really want to do YouTube for the people who actually appreciate what I do. And sometimes I'm just not able to get myself out of bed and make a video and edit stuff like that. And these people made me feel so bad that I'm like almost I'm on the verge of being in a depressed state again. Like last year, a lot of things happened. I liked this guy and I was so dumb for thinking and he liked me back. So when he started to date this other girl, I was upset. I mean, I couldn't do anything about it. But one thing that made me really upset, that hurt me, was that he took one look at me because he was with my friends. He didn't see me at first, and then he saw me. And there was like, okay, so let's say this is a sidewalk and this is a truck. I was walking down the sidewalk and he was coming this way. And he took one look at me, ran the other way, even though the truck was blocking him, ran the other way and hid behind the truck. And it made me feel like, wow, you're a real fucking jerk. I thought we were best friends, but I guess not. Some things really just bring out people's personality. And last year, my friend made up like that she was getting kicked out of her house and things were happening to her. And I don't know. And people started blaming everything on me because earlier, like the day before that, a group of people, like 3 people, were making fun of me because I was actually doing my work and they were just sitting there like they're gonna fail, like whatever, like you can do you. I want to finish my work and I want to get good grades, and they were making fun of me because I was always doing my work, like I was actually doing my work. And like I've always been called teacher's pet, which really didn't affect me until I realized what teacher's pet was, and that really wasn't until like around 5th grade. But even then it really didn't bother me, but like it really hit me in 8th grade, I guess. Now I try to just brush it off, but sometimes it's really hard to do that. And so I don't know, and they were making fun of me, so I told my mom, and a lot of things happened. Somebody's parent emailed the other, blah blah blah, and so my friend got in trouble, but she decided to make up a story that she was getting kicked out of her house and then she was going to move to Haiti, and then it was Kansas, and then it was like everywhere else, and I was like, this fucking bullshit. But of course everybody took her side, like usual. What happens, everybody took her side, and everybody just left me in the dust. People that I thought were my friends took her side, even though they didn't think about the facts. And it made me feel like I had nobody there for me. And also there's another story where people made up a rumor, and I was making up rumors about that person, and people randomly came up to me and were like, why are you making rumors about this person? You have to stop. I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And they're like, you know what we're talking about, like, you need to stop. And it all came down on me. And one day I just like fought, not like fist fighting, but like exchange of words. I fought with her in the hallway. I was like, you don't even know me, you can't make up rumors of this. and she was saying that I was taking her friends away when she had just moved here. And so all those people were my friends. If anything, you were taking my friends away from me, but I know how to share. So it was just a mess. Last year was a mess, and this year, obviously, because my cat died. And I'm gonna try not to cry again, but I want to discuss that just a little more. And oh god. This year, okay, when I felt like I had nobody, I would contact my best friend who moved out of my state, and I was really upset. I cried on the last day of, was it 7th grade, maybe? 7th grade, because she was leaving that year, and I was like, I don't want you to leave. You are my best friend. We have always been there for each other. I would come to you when nobody else would be there for me. And this year we had a whole fight, and she doesn't consider it a fight anymore, but I know it was a fight. And we really have not been talking much after that. And I feel like it's all my fault. I'm not going to explain the situation, but we basically had a fight, and we don't talk as often anymore, and it makes me feel really bad. And like, I'm not saying this is her fault, because I blame it on myself. I think it's my fault that we grew so far apart. Like, we barely talk anymore. And she came down to my town once, like, this year, and it was so awkward between us, and I really, really hate that, because she was the one person that I would go to, and I feel like my whole life is just falling apart right now, and I can't even talk to her how I feel, because all she does, like, she used to listen, and she still does, and I'm not saying she doesn't, I'm just saying that it's different now. She's more like, she has more of an attitude towards me. Like, when I say something, she's like, you're fine, you'll get over it, like, what's the big deal, stuff like that, or like stuff similar to that. And it really hurts me, because I was like, I don't know, but yeah. Addressing my cat dying. As I was saying earlier, obviously, if any of my pets died, I would be so upset. I would be crying. Like, but she was the closest pet that I've ever had, closer than my other cat who died like a long time ago named Mama Cat, or one of my dogs, Peanut. She was the closest pet I had. She would sleep in my bed every night, like, no matter what, she would always come home at night, and she would always cuddle up right next to me in my bed. And I'm saying I feel like my whole world's falling apart. Not only these events have happened, but I'm reminiscing on them, and every time I feel like this situation was my fault in one way or another. And I feel like it's my fault that she died, because I was the one who let her out the day she went missing. Sorry guys, I had to take the phone call. Alright guys, so that was Vlogmas Day 11 through Vlogmas Day 15 is currently December 15th. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Go subscribe and comment down below, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, even though I said that 800 million times. But anyways, yeah. Bye!